Hello guys, my name is Siddarth Shetty and I welcome you all for the market analysis video for 6th of September. So without wasting much time, let's get started. So since people be interested in the levels of Nifty and Bank Nifty, let us start with the Nifty. So in the Nifty, the chart shown here is of Nifty. So in the Nifty, if we see that there was a good bull run lately, and on Friday's session we could have seen a short covering that happened in the afternoon session. So that short covering happened mainly due to the Reliance. So Reliance was up by 4% on Friday. Now if we look at the chart pattern that Nifty formed lately was of kind of a cup and a handle. Now how do we trade this on Monday? What would be the logic and what can we expect the market to be like? So on Monday we are expecting a gap up opening, and the probability is high that it's going to be a gap up opening, or in the worst case it would be a sideways. Now how did I get to know that? It's through the SGX Nifty data that closed positively on Friday. So we can expect a gap up opening of about 50 to 55 points. So it would be somewhere around 17,380. So now what would be the scenario and how we could trade here? So as soon as Nifty opens gap up, we could see some sort of profit booking by the BTST traders who have taken their positions on Friday, and we could see the price coming up to 17,320s. So if at all the price comes to 17,322 and if it forms any sort of a bullish candle or a doji candle, then we could initiate a buy with a small stop loss, but a genuine stop loss would be previous day's low, but that we never know the potential of upside. So this would be kind of a risky trading in Nifty. So I would recommend you all to just watch the market on Friday, wait for some price action and then trade maybe in the afternoon session. So as of now, what you can plan here is that if the price comes down and if it forms any sort of a doji or any kind of a strong green candle in 15 minutes time frame, and then you can go for a small risk to reward ratio here. Okay, since we do not have much data on Nifty, let us look at Bank Nifty and how we could plan our trade in Bank Nifty. So if I take you all to the daily time frame, so in daily time frame, if you just look at the recent chart pattern that Bank Nifty has formed, it has formed a cup and handle pattern. So basically we call this as a cup and the other small circle we call it as a handle. And recently it has given a breakout from the cup and handle pattern. And we also see that on the last trading session, that was on Friday, we have seen a higher price rejection. So basically this zone which I have marked, that is 37,211, would be a extreme supply zone, and on the bottom 35,950 would act as a demand zone, or it is also a retest zone. So now the Bank Nifty has given a breakout from a cup and handle pattern. A retest is pending is what I say. So tomorrow, since we already know that on Friday Bank Nifty was looking weak, so there is a high chance that tomorrow Bank Nifty might be weak and it could drag Nifty down. Now that was the first case. In the second case, Nifty might be very bullish and that might drag Bank Nifty upside. So we never know what is going to happen, so we have to wait for the price action tomorrow. Okay, now let us go to a smaller time frame, that is in 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes we have seen that the price got a rejection somewhere around 37,100. So that we got to know that that is a supply zone. So on Monday one could actually plan something like this. They could, since we know that Nifty is opening gap up, even Bank Nifty also would be somewhere opening flat or might be a gap up, and there will be a immediate testing of 37,100 levels. These levels will be tested in the morning session, and if at all we see any sort of a doji or a bearish inverted hammer, anything, you can short it with the small minimum stop loss of 37,220. So that should be acting as a extreme support zone if you see a long inverted camera or any sort of a doji, and then you can take previous day's low as the target, and the next support would be around 36,250. So that was the first case where we discussed on selling. Now if we look at a buying potential, so 36,250 would be a retest zone where Bank Nifty is expected to come till here, and from here if you see any sort of a doji or any sort of a strong bullish candle in 15 minutes time frame, you can initiate a buy and you can go long. So you can take the minimum target up to 37,123. Again, this is not going to happen in 1 or 2 days. It might not happen in 1 or 2 days, but definitely you can hold it like as a positional trade. And if this level is broken, 36,280, one could actually get to see 35,900 levels. So the price would be loitering around this area for some time, and then we could expect some trending move either on upside or on a downside. But for now, this should be acting as a strong support, that is 36,250. In case 3, what if the price gives a closing above 37,150? So one could actually take a long position over there, but it will be a very risky since there is a previous resistance between 37,734. So basically the price can anytime reverse from between this region. So this will be a bit risky trade to go long, but if you want to go long, then just try to wait until Bank Nifty comes to 36,250. That will be a good zone to buy. So I hope you guys understood the levels for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Now let us go to the first intraday stock, that is the PVR. So in PVR, if you look at in a bigger time frame, in 1 hour time frame, the price is actually consolidating between 1316 to 1349 or 1350. Now that will be a best move for intraday. So how we can trade on intraday is simple. The price action is pretty simple over here. You just have to initiate a buy as soon as the price gives a closing above 1350, and you can go for a target of 1364 and 1377. So I have marked these levels for you all. You can note it down. And in the bottom, for selling side, you can short it below 1318 and you can go for a target of 1289. So this target is bit huge to achieve, so you can plan according to your risk management. It might be you can take pivots or you can see some important moving average between this, but as per the price action, the 1290 should be a good target for short selling. So simple price action in PVR, you have both the potential upside as well as downside. Okay, now let us go to the next intraday stock, that is the JSW Steel. Now in JSW Steel, if we see that it has made a recent high of 772, and after that there was a gap down opening and a huge sell off. Now how can we trade this? Let us understand. If we go to a smaller time frame, in smaller time frame we can see that it is kind of forming a pennant pattern. So this is basically a bearish pennant, or we could even tell this as an asymmetric triangular pattern. So the price is actually consolidating between that, and on Friday it has given a breakout from that, and there was no wild move, I can tell you. It is currently still in a accumulation zone. So how can we trade this on Monday? So on Monday, as soon as the price gives closing above 694, one can initiate a buy and they can take a target of 700, the first target, and the second target would be 705. That is for the upside potential. Now if at all there is some sort of a doji or an inverted hammer, do not try to short it, because it has already given a breakout from some kind of a pattern, and the negative side potential looks very weak over here for me. And even if the price comes below trend line, do not go to short it, because it can anywhere take the support, because there are already lot of wicks over here, so it can anytime take a support and then it can bounce back. So that was for the JSW Steel. Now let's go to the next stock, that is Tata Steel. So Tata Steel, if we look in a bigger time frame, that is in a daily time frame, we can see that the Tata Steel actually made a high of about 1523, and then there was a gap down opening and a huge sell off. So this is kind of a same case as we witnessed in JSW Steel. Now how could we trade this on Monday? Now let us understand. So after the sell off, we can see that the Tata Steel recovered in some sort of a trend line. Now it is currently going in an uptrend. Now Tata Steel, I would be suggesting for intraday as well as for a swing trade. Now let us understand for a swing trade. So on Monday, if Tata Steel comes close to the trend line, that is about 1426 or 14, let's say 1425, somewhere around that, you can initiate a swing trade and you can go for the first target of 1458 and the second target of 1489. That is for the swing trade. Now for intraday, tomorrow or on Monday, if the price gives a closing above 1460, you can go ahead and take this target, guys. That is 1489, because gap has to be filled. So that is the high chance that you'd look into a higher side. And on the lower side, if at all, if this trend line is broken, that is if the price gives a closing in 15 minutes below 1422, you can go ahead and take the target of 1393. Again, I think this target would be of about 2%. So that may be possible or may not be on the same day, but you can try for 1% from the trend line breakout. So you have both the potential in Tata Steel for the upside and as well as for the lower side. So again, you can do this for intraday as well as for the swing trade. Now going to the next stock, that is Coforge. So Coforge, if you see in a bigger time frame, it is in a massive bull run. So we have seen a very good move in Coforge like from past few days, and people would have been wanting to invest, but they wouldn't have got a proper entry. Now on Monday, you can use this for a swing trade perspective. So if you get Coforge somewhere near the trend line, that is 5065, you can initiate a buy since there is a strong demand zone over here. So this will act as a support, as a horizontal support as well as a trend line support, and then you can take a target of 5291. So you can initiate a swing trade as well in Kofod. Now talking about the intraday, now this move may not happen tomorrow, but this might work on Tuesday or Wednesday. Now if you get intraday opportunity, that is to short it, if the price comes below the trend line, if it breaks the trend line, go ahead and you can short it, and you can go up to 4932. Again, this is not achieved in single day. You may not achieve this in an intraday because it is 2.3%, but you can try for 1% from the breakout or a breakdown. What if the price opens gap up and gives the closing above, let's say, 5296? So this would be actually a risky one, because your stop loss, if you're doing a swing trade, your stop loss will be very huge. So do not initiate a swing trade. You can go for a intraday, but you never know what is the potential upside. So that will be a risky trade. So do not trade on Coforge if you are looking for an intraday. But for swing trade, if you're getting Coforge somewhere near the trend line, go ahead and take a swing trade. You'll get good risk to reward over here. Now going to the last stock, that is Jindal Saw. Now Jindal Saw, I have already made a detailed analysis video. You even can enter now. So it has recently given a breakout from inverse head and shoulders pattern, and there was a very good move, and now the retest also seemed to be done. So you can have a watch on this. I have put the link in the description below. Please do check out the detailed analysis on Jindal Saw, and you can initiate a swing position as well. So that's it guys for this video. I hope you guys like this analysis. So if you like this analysis, make sure you give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe to this channel so that you do not miss out any videos in future. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy trading.